the glories of Srimad Bhagavad-gita and the importance of Srimad Bhagavad-gita and its relevance in our modern life. A little bit about that. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Visvapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Radhika Shri Vishakhantitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Shatarini He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhanu Devi Pranamami Haripriti Vancha Kalpatariktasya Krupasindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Srimad Bhagavad-gita, nowadays it has become, especially among the Hindus, it has become a kind of a symbol, to have a religious symbol, to have Bhagavad-gita in your house. Some of them even believe that you should not have Bhagavad-gita in your house, strangely enough. But Bhagavad-gita is not meant to be something which you just put in your puja room and offer some flowers or some incense daily. Bhagavad-gita is actually a manual which Krishna has given, which God has given to all of us, to study, to understand, and to apply. So, it is very relevant to every one of us. It's not something outdated. It is not something that was, although it was spoken 5,000 years ago, it's not that it's only relevant, it was only relevant for that day. But it's even relevant today. Right? As much as it was relevant 5,000 years ago, it is relevant even today equally. Right? Why? Because it's an eternal principle. But so let us try to understand a few things. What is Bhagavad-gita? What is the meaning of Bhagavad-gita? The word Gita actually means a song. Gita. Something which is sung. Right? It's a song. And song was sung by whom? Bhagavat. It was sung by Krishna. So the song sung by Krishna. Whom did he sing it to? He sang to Arjuna. But Arjuna was just a medium. But he actually sung to every one of us, all the living entities, all the human beings, for all generations. Right? And when do you sing? When do you sing? Like when you want to talk to some people, you just stop. Right? But do you sing all the time? But if you are singing, what does it mean? When do you sing? You sing when you are really in love with someone, correct? And when you feel some compassion, you are expressing an emotion. So Krishna is not just giving knowledge to Arjuna through the Bhagavad-gita. Krishna is actually, showing his compassion, his love. to Arjun and to all of us. So Bhagavad-gita is actually essentially a song of love that was sung by Krishna. And by hearing which we are meant to feel Krishna's love to all of us, towards us. Because unless you feel Krishna's love, you can't love Krishna. And how do you feel Krishna's love? Because Krishna is apparently so remote. He's somewhere in Goloka Vrindavan. Of course, we see him in the form of the deities in the temple. And also through the holy name, through the Harinam, we also pray to Krishna through the holy names. Right? So there's no difference between the name of Krishna and Krishna himself. Right? So therefore Krishna is present with us, but still it is still quite intangible for many of us. Right? We can't really see Krishna, we can't really talk to him. And even if we talk to him, we don't know if Krishna is hearing us. But actually through this Bhagavad-gita, Krishna is reassuring us, no, I am hearing you and I am with you all the time. Never for a moment doubt that I am not with you. Never let even a shadow of doubt enter your mind that I am not listening to you, or I am not with you, or I am not reciprocating with you, or I do not love you. Right? And in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says that Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahami. For those who are thinking of me with love, there are many shlokas which say that in the Bhagavad-gita. Those who are constantly engaged in my loving service, without any other thoughts. Krishna wants exclusive devotion. Right? To them, I carry what they lack. Right? And I also provide what they lack and I protect what they have. Yoga Kshema. This is the story of one great devotee, a great Vaishnava. He was a saint. He used to read Bhagavad-gita every day. And so he, one day as he was reading Bhagavad-gita, he came across this shloka where it is said, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paripasate, the same shloka. That I personally carry their needs, I take care of their needs, personally. Not that he delegates to someone else to do it. So this saint got a doubt, how is it possible that Krishna personally carries? Maybe he sends someone, alright, maybe he has some assistants who would carry, who would take care of our needs. But for Krishna to personally, he says, Vahami, the word Vahami means I bear the burden. That means as if you're bearing some burden on your shoulders. So he says, I take that burden. So this devotee thought, how is it possible? It may not be possible. So he with red ink, he crossed that verse, that shloka. So thinking that this cannot be possible for Krishna to personally carry this. And Brahmana, as a Brahmana, he was very poor. So he used to go every day for begging alms. Right? So he, as usual, he went for begging. He went around, and this day no one ever gave him any charity. No one gave him everyone had something, and somehow somebody died, somehow the children are sick or something. And then nobody could give him anything. And by evening when he returned home without anything, there's something happened in the meantime. What happened is there was this young boy who carried a huge burden of food grains and clothes and all different things. And then he comes to his house, and he wasn't at home, but his wife was at home. So he tells his wife that I'm a disciple of your husband. So the wife says, my husband has no disciples. How can you be a disciple of my husband? He says, no, I am a disciple of your husband, and he gave me all these goods to carry to your house. And not only that, but since I was walking a little slowly, he got very upset. And he took a cane and he bet me on my back. And he bet me so badly that there are marks on my back and it's bleeding. So he showed his back, to hers and showed those marks where he was beaten. And his wife was surprised. My husband would so brutally beat a young boy, such a nice person like you. I can't even believe it. But then he delivered those goods and he left. And by the time the husband came back, she, he didn't have anything with him, so he was like kind of depressed that today we'd probably have to fast. But then when he saw his wife, the first thing she said is, "How can you be so cruel?" And this young boy came and you bet him so badly. And then he was surprised that, how is this possible? He said, "I didn't send anyone." But then she said, "No, this person came. And here are all the things that he brought." And then he looked back into the copy of Bhagavad-gita which he had, and at the verse which he crossed, or which is what do you call it? Crossed. And that those cross marks were gone, and the verse is as it is. And then he understood that this person is none other than Krishna himself, who actually came to deliver whatever his needs are. So it's a fact that even today, if anyone studies the Bhagavad-gita, he gets desired benefit. But then Krishna says in the Gita, in the 4th chapter, Shraddha labhate jnanam. It means that this knowledge can be realized only if you have faith. You need to have faith. It's not theoretical. Recently I was in University of Pennsylvania. I was giving a talk to the students of the Department of Philosophy. There's a Department of Philosophy, and they were studying Hinduism, and they were studying specifically the Gita, the Bhagavad-gita. And there's a group of some 40 students I was supposed to address, and they were like quite smart. They had good questions, But the thing is, I could see that their approach to Gita was intellectual. They were trying to understand Gita from an intellectual point of view, trying to analyze it through grammar and through different commentaries and all that. But then I pointed out that even in the Gita, Krishna himself recommends that you can only understand this Bhagavad-gita if you are my devotee, if you really have faith in what I'm saying, not otherwise. He says to Arjun, Bhaktosime sakhacheti rahasyam hi etaduttamam. You are my devotee, Bhaktosi, you are my devotee, and Sakhacha, you are also my friend. That's why I am giving you this knowledge. So therefore, if that means actually that if we want to understand Bhagavad Gita, we need to have a relationship with Krishna. It's not that something you just read Sanskrit, or you have some Sanskrit knowledge, study the shlokas and then you'll understand. It doesn't work that way. Krishna also says in the Gita, this is the most confidential knowledge. Raja Vidya, this is the king of knowledge. This is the most important of all subjects that can be studied and that can be ever be understood by a human being. Raja Vidya, out of all Vidyas, it's out of all branches of knowledge, education, this is the best. And he also says that Raja Guhyam means it's the most confidential, it's the most secret knowledge. Very confidential. But how is it confidential? Because it's printed everywhere. We are distributing these copies of Bhagavad Gita to everyone. So it's open, right? So why is it a secret? How is it a secret? Although it's available in the book form. Because even if you have the book in front of you, you can't really understand and realize it until you have faith. Right? Until you have a relationship with Krishna, until you love Krishna really. Right? And Krishna, that's the purpose of Bhagavad Krishna speaking the Gita, to give us that assurance, that faith, that Krishna is there for us. All we need to do is, place our faith in Him and follow His instructions. So, In the Padma Purana, Lord Shiva tells Parvati that Bhagavad-gita is actually not different from Krishna. Krishna and his message, there is no difference between Krishna and his teachings. So the book Bhagavad-gita itself is also equal to Krishna, it is as good as Krishna himself. Right? So it says that Lord Shiva is telling Parvati that the Bhagavad-gita has 18 chapters, correct? 18 chapters. Out of which the first 5 chapters are the 5 heads of Krishna. Right? And then the next 10 chapters are the 10 arms of Krishna. And the 16th chapter, that is like totally 15, 5 heads, the first 5 chapters, and then 10 chapters, the 10 arms. So, and then the 16th chapter is his belly, his stomach. And then the 17th and 18th, the last 2 chapters are his feet. Right. So the Bhagavad-gita, each chapter of Bhagavad-gita corresponds to a particular limb of Krishna. So in that way, the Bhagavad-gita is not different from Krishna. And then Shankaracharya explains in the Bhagavad-gita, in the Gita Mahatmya, that the Bhagavad-gita is so pure that if one reads Bhagavad-gita even once in his life with proper attention, he'll never go to hell. It says, Kimanya Shastra Vistare Bhagavad-gita Kinchidadhita Ganga Jalalava Kanikapita Sakradapi Yena Murari Samarcha Kriyate Tena Yamena Na Charcha. Means that all the sinful people, everyone who does some acts of sin, they go to hell. Right? But the Vedic understanding of hell is it's not an eternal damnation. You go to hell, you suffer, and then once you get purified, you are released from hell, correct? But then this shloka says that even one has studied even once, kinchit, even a little bit of Bhagavad-gita, when someone has understood, such a person never goes to hell. Yamaraj will never discuss his file. His file is closed. So Bhagavad-gita kinchidadita, even a little bit. Ganga jala lava kanika pita. That means even if you drink one drop of Ganga water, river Ganga, or Sakradapi yena murari samarcha, one who worshipped Krishna even once in his life. Yamaraj never discusses about him. That means he's not going to be punished. And it says, further, it goes on to say that if anyone reads, forget about understanding it, even if you read Bhagavad-gita every day, one chapter every day, what to speak of one chapter, even if you read one shloka, one verse every day, right? Not even one verse, even if you read half a verse every day. And then it goes on, not even half, if you read a quarter verse every day, then you'll go back to God. It says, you'll attain the supreme destination you can reach. So that's the power of Bhagavad-gita. Right? And Krishna himself declares in one of the Puranas, he says, that it is with the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita that I create. It is with the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita that I maintain the universe. And it is with the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita that I destroy. And it is with the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita that I maintain the whole universe. So the knowledge of Bhagavad-gita is not ordinary. Right? So it's extremely powerful. So therefore, this is being personally spoken by Krishna. We know why Ganga is so pure. The river Ganga is so pure because she originated from the feet of Vishnu. Right? Ganga, what is place of origin? From the feet of Lord Vishnu. She goes through the heavenly planets, and through the heavenly planets she comes down to the earth planet, And where does she fall first on Earth planet? On the head of Lord Shiva. So from the heavenly planet, she falls onto the head of Lord Shiva, and then she comes down. So the point is that Lord Shiva is placing this water on his head. Why? Sometimes Parvati is jealous of Ganga, because Ganga and Parvati are two wives of Lord Shiva. Right? So Parvati is sometimes jealous of Ganga because Ganga is sitting on the head of Shiva, whereas Parvati is sitting on his side. But why Ganga got that special privilege? Because she came from the feet of Vishnu. Right? So the point is, Ganga is so pure because it came from the feet of Vishnu. But the Bhagavad-gita came from the mouth of Krishna. Right? So it's equally pure, if not more, right? So therefore, it's strongly recommended. Prabhupada says in the preface of Bhagavad-gita that our Krishna consciousness movement, that ISKCON movement or the Hare Krishna movement, is authentic. How do you know this is authorized? Right? This is authorized because it's based on Bhagavad-gita. It is genuine. Prabhupada, the exact words Prabhupada uses is, the Krishna consciousness movement is genuine, historically authorized, natural and transcendental, due to its being based on Bhagavad-gita. So because it is based on Gita, that's why this Hare Krishna movement is authorized. So as aspiring practitioners of this process, it's our prime duty to read Bhagavad-gita every day, even if it's a little bit. Because these books are meant for us to read. Like we have in modern life, we have a very hectic schedule, we have a lot of things to do. You have our home, our work and spiritual life, everything. However, we only have 24 hours in a day. And we are not sure how long we will be on this planet. So as Prabhupada once told, that whatever time you spend for Krishna, that's your credit. And whatever time you spend other than Krishna, that's debit. Right? Because whatever time you spend other than Krishna, it's spent, it's gone, right? Like you have some money, you spend it, it's gone. Correct? But you take the same money and invest it in some mutual fund or some bank or something, that's going to grow. Correct? So it's like that. So the time you spend reading Bhagavad-gita is your investment, and that investment is like a permanent deposit. Even if you withdraw it, it will never go empty. Right? It's a deposit that even if you withdraw the money, it still remains. Is there a deposit like that? Is there some scheme like that? Even if you withdraw money, it still remains. But this is like that. Like whatever you do for Krishna, especially when you read Bhagavad-gita, that is a very valuable thing. So therefore, we emphasize that we are all here to for bhakti, to show our love and devotion to Krishna. But the most important way we show our love is by listening to that person. If you tell someone, "Oh, I love you really very much, but I don't have time to listen to what you say," is that person going to be happy? No. So if you really love someone, you have to give them time to listen to that person. So Krishna is speaking the Bhagavad-gita for all of us. If we want to develop our bhakti, it's very essential for us to take out some time to read Bhagavad-gita. Initially it might be a little hard, but then with practice it starts to become relishable, and you can't spend a day without reading it. So today we have this yajna, this fire sacrifice that's coming up. So as much as it is good to read the Bhagavad-gita, it is even better to distribute the Bhagavad-gita. Krishna says in the Gita itself, in the 18th chapter, he says, "Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidasyati. Bhaktimayi param krutva mame veshati asamsaya." He says that whoever gives this knowledge, distributes this knowledge to my devotees, he is very, very dear to me. He says, "There's no one more dear to me than one who distributes this knowledge to others, or one who spreads the message. There's no one more dear to me than him, and that person. Why? Because Krishna wants, that's the mission of Krishna in this world, to bring us all back to Him. Right? To reconnect. We are all sons of God. We are all sons and daughters of God. Children of God. So He wants, just as a father wants his children to come back to Him, similarly Krishna, the Supreme Father, wants all the living entities to come back to Him. And if we can assist Krishna in that mission, we can help even one person come closer to Krishna, that's the success of our life. So it's not just meant for our reading. Of course we have to read before you tell others. Practice what you preach. You can tell others to read unless you read it yourself. Right? So we have to do it first. But at the same time, if we can even tell one person, or the more the merrier, the more people we can tell about Bhagavad-gita, the better for us. The more we can please Krishna. So right now, it's an opportunity. Srila Prabhupada wanted all of us in this month, the month of December especially, to go a little bit out of our comfort zone, to try and distribute this knowledge or give as many Gitas as possible. So we have this sponsorship that will be part of the announcements that's coming up. You can sponsor Bhagavad-gitas. So you could, there's a table outside, you'll get further information over there. And then you can participate. Those who want to do that, they can participate in this yajna. Sit around the fire here. You'll all each get a plate, and you can offer things in the fire. And you'll also get a bag of gifts, 3 or 4 different gifts. So, and then you'll get a number of copies of Bhagavad-gita. Either you can take it home with you, you can give it to your friends free of cost, or we can distribute those copies on your behalf. Either way. So this is we have these 3 different categories. We have one for 501 with 50 copies of Gita, 251 with 25 copies, and 108 for 10 copies. And you'll also get a special gift, calendar, Harinam Chadar, and a lot of other stuff. So this is really the best gift you can give. You can give so many other things, but the best gift is the gift of knowledge, the gift of Bhagavad-gita. So, at this moment, I invite all of you to please come forward, and so these are 3 categories which I mentioned. So, is anyone here willing to do that? To take any one of the sponsorships? You can, either you can tell me right now, immediately after this, or you can go outside and meet the person on the table. Thank you. If anyone has any questions based on what we discussed, you can ask me and take 1 or 2 questions.
You just said that last about Yaidam Parmam Bhaktesh Avilashik, right? You have to explain to the devotees. Right? He told to the devotees, not to everybody, right? So we are going on giving to everybody. So how is what is the Krishna meant for when he says Bhaktesh?
So his question is, according to the verse, one who gives the knowledge of Gita to my devotees, he is the dearmost person to me. But then when we give Bhagavad-gita or when we preach, we don't just tell the devotees, we tell everyone. If anyone is willing to accept what you are saying, even a little bit, that faith itself is the beginning of devotion. Bhakti starts with Shraddha. According to Rupa Goswami, there are 9 different stages of Bhakti. And the first stage is Shraddha, Adav Shraddha, means faith. So if someone has even a little bit of faith in what you are saying, that faith itself is a form of devotion. He is a devotee already. It's because he has some faith in what you are saying. So therefore, so we are willing to give this knowledge to anyone who is willing to accept it. Unless someone really doesn't like it or really doesn't want or is against it, then we don't disturb them. But the vast majority of people are really, they do believe in God, they do. So we have to give them the opportunity on behalf of Krishna to for them to understand the Gita. Yeah. And in the higher sense, of course, everyone is a devotee. Originally, the soul is a pure devotee of Krishna. The soul in its pure form is a devotee. Right? So therefore, that is of course a very high vision. But at least we can say the name who has faith, he is a devotee already. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes?
Teacher, I'm embarrassed. I've been coming here for 30 years. 5 of my closest friends and associates been here with me. Been here to take them with this shout-out, to even give me their views, thoughts, and opinions and comments about the temple, about the music, the transcendental part that actually quiets their spirit down. I recently moved to another part of town in the middle of the year. All my belongings in storage have been canceled and all because the expenses got to be a little bit too much for me every month. And not being able to navigate the movers, which were a couple of my nephews, to get together with me, to get my belongings and take them where I live now. So I have no access to all of my material possessions, and especially the literature that I have. I say I'm embarrassed for the second time because I'm not able to afford monetarily what's expected as far as like sponsorship. However, though I'm willing, I want to be a part of that. And I'm asking that a way be made because major conversations I've had over the past several months since I've been living where I've been living about Bhagavad-gita as it is, about Hare Krishna, about chanting and all of that there, they showed interest. They didn't show disapproval. I want to present it to them.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. It's not always the monetary contribution is not the only way to serve Krishna. You can serve Krishna. According to Bhagavad, there are 4 different ways of serving Krishna. Pranay, Arthay, Dhya, Vacha. You can serve Krishna by offering your life, or you can serve by offering your wealth, or you can serve by offering your intelligence, doing something for Krishna. You can do some service, do some seva. Or at least the minimum we can do is just tell someone about Krishna. Okay, this is a good thing. Please try to, just please consider accepting this process or understanding this process. So that's also a way we can serve. We could do, there are different ways we can serve Krishna. And if someone is blessed with some ability, he can use that particular ability in service of Krishna. Krishna gives a wide variety, Krishna gives wide options, wide number of options for us to do that monetarily. You can always come, you can chant, tell your friends, bring people. If you can, try and see if you can do some seva, some service. There are different ways you can do it. Right? Thank you. Alright, so thank you very much. So I seek blessings of everyone that I may be able to read Bhagavad-gita every day. And I would again strongly encourage everyone to please, even if it's one shloka, please do read it. And on this auspicious day of Gita Jayanti, you can seek the blessings of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad-gita ki jai.